But then, in huge online controversy and drama news, let's talk about MrBeast, DogPack404, and a creator by the name of Soggy cereal. And for those uninitiated to this whole situation, DogPack is a former MrBeast employee who previously posted videos accusing MrBeast of essentially being a fraud and laying out tons of alleged wrongdoings. But now you've got Soggy cereal claiming that DogPack is the one who's actually a fraud. And he hits on a number of things. He goes very in detail on a number of things. It's part of the reason he put out a nearly 90-minute long video, which one means I'm not gonna be hitting on every single thing that he talks about in that video, and two, I'll link to the video, and after today's show, if you're interested in this, I highly recommend you watch the whole video. And that's because this is not always the case, but this is a dense 90 minutes. And it makes sense that it's that long because there are so many claims, and then he talks about a number of things, some that we're gonna touch on. But going through some of the highlights, right? The video starts off with Soggy addressing claims that MrBeast knowingly hired a registered sex offender by the name of Delaware, because that was something that DogPack talked about as well as Jake Weddle, but according to Soggy, MrBeast didn't know that Delaware had this history, and Soggy accused DogPack of using misleading framing to make MrBeast out to be the bad guy doing something intentionally wrong when he was really just unaware. With Soggy actually speaking to another MrBeast employee who said that at the time, MrBeast just needed more staff, so he went to a Best Buy and just asked employees there if they wanted to work for him, and
naively thinking that a multi-billion-dollar company would have at least made sure to not hire criminals and especially to not hire a registered sex offender as store manager. 19-year-old MrBeast didn't do background checks. Was that stupid? Yes. Is Delaware a piece of shit? Yes. Should Jimmy take responsibility for making that mistake? Yes. But it wasn't this up master plan by Jimmy to intentionally hire an RSO. It was a dumb mistake by an inexperienced adolescent starting up a business.
Though it is worth noting that previously Delaware's brother-in-law did say that Delaware told MrBeast about his situation, meaning MrBeast would have known upon hiring him, so Soggy's claim does clash with that. With Soggy also saying that Delaware does not work for MrBeast anymore and has not for several years, with him then accusing DogPack and his crew of recording another former employee without their consent, so DogPack could use their words to fit his narrative about Delaware and other allegations against MrBeast, with his former employee allegedly having no clue that he was being recorded and saying he didn't intend for his words to even be taken too seriously.
We're just shooting this and, you know, we're just gossiping a lot, catching up on, you know, the current drama. I don't think any of the stuff that we were talking about really had any facts or like evidence. To say that I felt tricked or used is an understatement.
With that employee then going on to say that he felt emotionally and financially damaged by being filmed like this and being used in this way. Soggy also brought up the video DogPack did with Rosanna Pansino where they said Ava Tyson put alleged CP in a company chat, with instead us learning that the photo in question was not CP and instead was an 18-year-old Ivanka Trump modeling for GQ, which probably sounds familiar because we covered that situation a few weeks ago with people calling DogPack and Rosanna out since Rosanna reported MrBeast's company to the FBI over this. Also, a thing to be pointed out with this is that Soggy Cereal actually made it clear around halfway through the video that he wasn't making this to kind of be MrBeast's defense attorney. Right? He even ends the video with criticisms of MrBeast. And in this, he just says he thinks that someone needs to address the allegations DogPack made, accusing DogPack of willingly and repeatedly leaving crucial information out of his video so that he could push his agenda.
Also, me disproving cheap attempts at slander from this guy doesn't mean I'm defending this guy. In my opinion, blindly taking either side should be heavily frowned upon because there are some very questionable and up decisions MrBeast has made that he needs to be held accountable for. And I'll get to that. However, to effectively criticize him, help genuine victims, and hold him morally and legally accountable, we must first clear the table of all of the lies that have been spread by Dawson French, aka DogPack404. DogPack doesn't give a shit about who or what he uses or whose life he ruins, just to push his own narrative, and it's disgusting.
Also, another big moment from this whole video is audio of DogPack seemingly being fired and begging for his job, with many saying, you know, if he was so desperate to keep that job, he apparently didn't have any real issues with MrBeast and what he was doing, and that he was only upset now that he was on the outside.
I'm Cory, I'm our COO. Part of my job is that you're pushing back on everything that we're saying. So
well, because you're trying to fire me, and I want to work at this company.
I'm the CEO of this company. If I'm talking, don't interrupt me. And I am telling you this is what's happening, and you're telling me that I'm wrong. I am not wrong. I've made the decision. Here, we will take care of how
I appreciate that. Can I please have a second chance?
It's not.
Just, if I'm getting paid, just let me come in and let me try to be coachable. If Hoodie changes his mind, can I? I've been trying to get to this point of working on MrBeast for a long time.
Also, you had Soggy speaking to other employees who said that DogPack was odd and even combative and hard to work with while he was at MrBeast. One even saying,
not just to see people slander the work that you've done, but to know that it's lies and misinformation. will make anybody speak up.
With him saying that because notably, DogPack repeatedly alleged that a lot of elements of MrBeast's videos were fake or fraudulent or rigged in some way. And you had Soggy arguing that a lot of the times that DogPack suggested that something shady was happening behind the scenes, it was really just related to a safety measure. Like one example was DogPack being mad that MrBeast staffers were contestants in a video, but in reality, they were apparently just subbing in for some of the randomly selected ones after they tested positive for COVID and could no longer compete. With Soggy also saying,
same with this video, where a safety team forced the MrBeast crew off of their raft in the 7 Days Stranded at Sea video for about an hour because of this dangerous lightning storm. Wait, what was it you said again?
You can clearly see there's no one in the shelter. These are their empty beds. But you didn't spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on the production yacht.
Oh yeah. You lied about them allegedly sleeping on a luxurious production yacht. No, they were forced to stay on a rusty barge for about an hour for their own safety.
Soggy also went on to address some of DogPack's allegations that MrBeast ran illegal lotteries. And there he touched on 3 lotteries and claimed that 2 of them played by the rules and were not illegal, but he did also claim that one of them did not come with certain disclaimers and therefore could be illegal.
There was no purchase necessary in the description, no mention of it at all. Yeah, it was illegal. And personally, Jimmy has to own up for it.
With him going on to say that maybe it was an accident or a careless mistake, but either way, that if it was illegal, he should own up to it. You also had Soggy claiming that DogPack still defends video ideas that he had while working at MrBeast that allegedly creeped out his co-workers at the time, or with this including one that would have been about buying 1,000 boobs, which he said was for breast cancer awareness.
Maybe not the most professional way to phrase it, you know, it's a little clickbaity or whatever, but like the actual video is supposed to be paying for vasectomies and cosmetic surgeries for breast cancer survivors.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
With a thumbnail and title like these? Oh wait, if this wasn't supposed to be creepy or weird, then why did you make sure to blur the title and thumbnail when showing it on screen? Don't be shy, I still got the sharp version.
Or with Soggy claiming that DogPack intentionally censored the image so it wouldn't look like he had creepy ideas or was trying to objectify the women in the thumbnail. You also had Soggy alleging that DogPack had other ideas that employees didn't like, including a MrBeast does every drug challenge. With Soggy then arguing that these ideas are especially wild for him to give when DogPack was repeatedly bringing up how young MrBeast fans were.
Also, didn't you say that MrBeast is mainly targeted toward kids?
Encouraging like almost children simping for these people. Now, MrBeast intentionally manipulates these children's vulnerable minds.
What happened to that claim?
But then, where I'll close this whole topic today is about the alleged consequences of DogPack's videos. Because in the video, Soggy talks to an employee who claimed that there has been some serious fallout.
We're doing a video where we're trying to help people walking.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
Actively, partners have pulled out because of these videos. There are people who will not walk or will have to delay in them walking because of the videos that DogPack made.
But ultimately, that is where we are, at least specifically with this. Again, it was an about 90-minute video. It's very dense. I'm gonna link to it if you wanna take the full deep dive. Though, to really take the deep dive, you then have to also watch another video. And that because CoffeeZilla dropped a 25-minute video looking into MrBeast and all his kind of crypto stuff, which honestly doesn't look that great for MrBeast.